This is an election that I think, frankly, is a fork in the road of destiny. It really is. So, it's essential. So, it's like we need safe cities, secure borders, sensible spending. I mean, basic stuff. And we need to get rid of like the well, yeah, but I mean, it's like I always feel like it's bad to like attack Kamala because she's just a puppet, but it's just, like who's in charge? It's confusing. Trump, sure, he will be, hopefully, but I just sort of wonder. Like, clearly Biden is non compos mentis, so who is actually in charge? The machine. I think it's just like the big government machine, basically, is what's in charge. But it's bizarre, So, yeah, I mean, obviously with Trump, the great thing is that we have a real individual who is not beholden to anyone, and that's what scares the machine, and that's why the machine's trying to kill him. Yeah. So. Wild times, man. Wild times. I mean, I've had quite a few friends call me and say, you should definitely improve your security. I'm like, that's probably a good idea. I'm like, they're definitely going to try to kill you. I'm like, yeah, that's a good chance. They might try to do that, yeah. So, yeah, exactly. If they shoot, they better not miss. So, but it is crazy to think that, we have a presidential candidate that they've tried to kill twice in recent months. And they try to get him, with lawfare, six ways to Sunday, to try to prevent people from actually voting in a democratic way. It's outrageous, really. What are they afraid of? So, yeah, I think it's kind of the truth. And I'd certainly encourage people, if people haven't seen the conversation between Joe Rogan and Donald Trump, that was super cool. I mean, I think for a lot of people, it's like, how do you understand somebody, like, and what they're about? Like the sort of far left press has been going on and on about how, like, Trump is like Hitler, like Mussolini and Stalin combined, and you rolled them all into one, and he's somehow worse than all three of them combined. These are people who journalism is dead. Like, what the heck is going on? It's bizarre. Yeah, actually, exactly. It's like legacy media, because it is kind of legacy media, because it is from a time when, in order to learn any news, you had to aggregate the news to some central publication, and then some editor would decide what people should hear, and then they'd print the newspaper with like a lot of paper, literally. And then distribute that paper, and that's how you learn things. But you obviously don't need that anymore. You've got the internet, so anyone can learn anything at any time. Yeah, that's why X is the future. It's citizen journalism, where you hear from the people. It's by the people, for the people. That's what it's all about. This is a super big deal, and it's absolutely fundamental and transformative that the people actually get to decide the news and what the narrative and what matters, and that because the legacy media is basically controlled by a handful of editors-in-chief. That's it. They decide what's going to get published. That's why I really encourage everyone out there to write stuff on the X platform and other platforms too. But citizen journalism is the future. And that's where you get to hear from actual experts in the field, people who are experts in any given industry, and you get to hear the rebuttal. So if somebody says something that's wrong or requires more context, people can add that. X has got community notes, which is great. So take it, community notes, I think, is got a very good batting average. It's not perfect, but it's got a very good batting average. And I, many times I've gotten requests like, can we get rid of this community note? I'm like, no, we cannot. Not even a community note on myself. So with community notes, all the code is open source, all the data is open source, so you can recreate any given community note independently. And that transparency is how you know that it's true, and it's real, and it's honest. So that's yeah. But I think we've got, besides, man, the mic feedback's getting a little crazy. So maybe should I go further back or further forward? Well, there's an X on the floor. I'm guessing that's where I should stand. Okay. Yeah. All right. This team is an incredible team, and it's wild that this giant 250-ton object went to space, came back, and was caught by giant Megazilla arms. It's like, it's super cool. Permanently occupied science base on the moon. We can build a city on Mars. We can be a multi-planet species, and out there among the stars. It's very exciting, So. I'm wearing this jacket that was given to me by the Space Force. It's got Star Trek Enterprise on it. It's like Starfleet Academy. We want to make Starfleet Academy real. And so even if you just increment the time counter by 1 million years, you have to go 3 digits past decimal place to go, bloop, 1 million years. And the oldest writing that we've discovered in archaeology is only 5,500 years old. That's nothing. That's 1/1,000,000th of Earth's existence. It was the first writing. And you really have to hand it to the ancient Sumerians, by the way. They got a lot of firsts, those ancient Sumerians. They're really knocking it out of the park, frankly. Just a baby, really. But with a lot of potential. I think we can go out there, we can make life multiplanetary, understand the universe, find out what's going on. Maybe the aliens will come visit us. Maybe they are here right now. I don't know. Alien registration card. People do ask me, like, do I think aliens are among us? I'm like, I haven't seen any. Yeah. And maybe they are, they're just very subtle, but I haven't seen them. So, but I think we want to be we want to be the aliens exploring other galaxies, and I grew up watching Star Trek, and Star Wars was the first movie that I ever